I think congratulations are in order. When we get back, after a debrief, there might be a place for all of you with the team.
Before we head back, we need to talk about Blue Beetle. He betrayed us.
Look who's talking. Last thing I remember is you blowing an airlock without warning. Nearly got us all killed and absolutely guaranteed our capture.
Hey, after 8 years on ice, there's no way I was getting grabbed again. And in case you hadn't noticed, my escape resulted in you being free now to stand here and complain. So how about a thank you?
You're right, Arsenal. Thank you. And after we get back to Earth, you're off the team.
Oh, wait a minute!
If it wasn't for Arsenal, we wouldn't have rescued anyone.
That may be, but this isn't the first time he's pulled this kind of stunt. Intentionally endangering the lives of teammates in order to further his own agenda or guard against his own personal demons. It's unacceptable. So until you prove yourself a team player, you have no place on this team.
Alright, Shalom Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, with Quaquadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone. Shalom to the mighty Aki and Wakwathim who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity, as well as a speckled bird that may look like the other nations but are actually Yasharala. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson, I know this is a little bit strange, but I thought that this actually reminded me of some scriptures, and let me actually get this to start this off. Proverbs chapter 27 verse 5, open rebuke is better than secret love. Basically, now it's not necessarily the video actually, funnily enough, but it was more so the comment section, and I just thought, okay, what the fuck is this dumbass video? Like, why are they asking this stupid ass question? Like, I think that this is just a stupid ass obvious question. Like, there's no question about this. Like, is anyone saying anything different? And that's what I said when I first saw it. But then when I actually went in, for some reason, I went in and read the comments. I was like, wait, what the? There are actual people that are disagreeing with this and saying otherwise. I thought that was very strange. I thought that was abnormal. And then when I actually read, which I marked them with these dislikes, so I could easily come back to them. When I actually read this stuff, and then okay, so now I see the other perspective. Now I see why this video is entitled the way it is, because clearly this is it is portrayed this way in order to kind of show, okay, yeah, I don't agree with this, or the uploader doesn't agree with what happened, and he thought that this is a bad thing to do. So I'm going to read some of these, and then I'm going to go into this stuff, because this is absolutely like unacceptable. All right, this is very much so wrong. Now, by Kai Creech 7336, firing him in front of others was a mistake. You handle business in private, and that is absolutely unacceptable, and it's wrong, because the thing is that it is literally everyone else's business. Everyone else was affected by it. Everyone else was put in danger because of it. So now, if you say handle stuff like this in private, then what type of precedent does that send? Does that send for everyone else? That, oh, it's okay to put other people's lives in danger for selfish and personal gain? It's okay. Sakya, I forgot. I should have just read them, but whatever. Basically, it's okay to put other people in danger for your own personal gain. That's basically the type of lesson that you're putting in if you as a leader are not openly correcting someone in front of everyone else, so that you set the example and let them know immediately, this is not okay. You do not do this when you're a part of a group. If you're a part of a team, group work, this requires collaboration. This is not no individual thing where your allies, your teammates, your helpers, your whatever are expendable. That is unacceptable, and that needs open public rebuke. All right. Now, continuing on, I want to actually read some of these things. I forgot which one, but I think that this is a Oh yeah, this is a terrible comment. I'm glad I didn't read it. So. Okay, so here, there's no talk. There's no. Can I talk with you in private? Considering the narrative of the argument with Wasp, either he stays or leaves in front of everyone. Okay, again, everyone needs to know that either this is okay, and this is tolerable and acceptable, so that they may have a better say in their own personal safety. Why is it that you have to adjust to one unhinged person that's willing to put your life in danger? All right. That's just unfair, and that's this whole let me just not say anything. Let me just keep this in private. Let me just do the X, Y, and Z, all that crap. That's not good. Next, this person, Paul, whatever, you can see the name. This is no private business. You make excuses for endangering their lives in front of everyone. You get told off and demoted in front of everyone. Basically, if you are putting other people's lives in danger, then you're gonna get told off and you're gonna get cussed out, whatever, in front of everyone, because it happened in public. It's gonna be resolved in public. All right. Yeah, this doesn't need anything. Let's go to the second set. All right, over here. Yes, but that needs to be done behind closed doors. Praise in public, discipline and correct in private. It's not good for a team to carry that dislike into further operations. And that's bullshit, and that is absolutely stupid. The leader, all right, basically was speaking in defense of the people that were put in danger. All right. So let's actually continue on to more of these comments. Some of these are actually good comments. Hard disagree. This person says, Eisen Taicho, whatever. Hard disagree. When it comes to something that endangers the lives of the entire team, you address it publicly. You make sure everyone knows right there and then what happens if they pull that crap. I'd agree with that plan if he didn't endanger everyone and it was his first strike, but that wasn't the case and he wasn't sorry at all. Oh yeah, that was another thing where he openly displayed that I have no remorse at all for what I did, and I would basically do it again, and it might have worked out fine now, but what about next time if it doesn't work out properly? Okay, so something to take notice, something to remember. All right, let's also get more of these, because this is he said, this person, Anthony whatever, valid point. However, it's easier to handle that particular turmoil behind closed doors, so everyone has a chance to cool down and think. It helps everyone have a voice and everyone is heard, which is ironically that's not true. He's basically saying that you are if you handle something in private, then you're taking away the opportunity for other people to speak on it. Literally, everyone was there when he had rebuked him and he had fired him. All right, and other people literally got a chance to talk. So it's very ironic how he's saying that it gives everyone a chance to be heard when everyone is if only two people out of I don't know how many people were there are speaking on the matter, then how is everyone heard if only two people are talking about the subject which involves everyone, Slocky, basically. So continuing on in his thing to continue it without peer pressure or fear of blowback, the point is always oh my grammar. The point is always to resolve situation with less drama as quickly. He meant to say as quickly as possible. He fucking holy terrible rough draft and no proofreading. Next, okay, I'm not reading this whole thing, but basically, I already read this before yesterday, so or last night, whatever. I read this last night, and it basically says that that's fine if the action didn't almost get everyone killed. He made it a habit. He didn't show remorse. It needs to be ripped out immediately without mercy. There is no greater drama of calling up people's families and saying, someone on the group put your child, your husband, your wife's life in danger, and I let this thing simmer, so it's my fault and the other dude's fault. And then what? That's just okay? That's fine? And that's drama that you want to prevent, so that's why you cut it off immediately. All right? And if you want to talk about it, you can talk about it after. Oh yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, that's just some certain things. And to go more into this, Matthew chapter 18. Well, actually, no. Let me finish it. Let me just see this. Okay. Yeah, you need, and that's a slacking. This person over here said the right thing. Now everyone feels safer and validated, and he feels ashamed for his actions. And that's the thing. You need to add shame. There needs to be shame for people's actions. If people had shame in this society, a lot people would be doing bad stuff a lot less. But because we don't put shame to to a bunch of stuff, then that's where people think, okay, well, it's fine. I can just do this. It's fine. Like there's no one can judge me. No one can do this. No one can do that and whatnot. And people think that, everything's all sweet and dandy and whatnot. All right. So as a result of that, being demons and stuff like that, you shame this type of terrible behavior. Now let's actually get into this more of these scriptures. Matthew 18 verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone. If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother. And basically, this is when it comes to this one-on-one thing. But this wasn't a one-on-one thing. This was with several people involved. Multiple people were involved, and you're invalidating literally everyone just to defend one person that clearly had no remorse and no pity on anyone else, towards anyone else. Okay, hence the lack of remorse, the lack and the need for an immediate rebuke from the boss. All right. Now, as a result of that, this is where we're at, and this actually goes further in more, where it says, verse 16, but if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more, that is in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. Every word may be established. Slakia. Let me start over. Verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee 1 or 2 more, that in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses every word may be established. Slakia. Verse 17. And if he shall neglect to hear them, tell it unto the church. But if he neglect to hear the church, let him be unto thee as a heathen and a publican. Basically, yeah, there are certain instances, but that's when it comes to a personal one-on-one thing. Then if the person doesn't listen, because again, that wasn't the first time. That wasn't the first time that he had gone off, and so as a result of several or multiple infractions, then it's like, okay, well, yeah, this needs to be addressed because this is clearly an issue, and this is not getting, it clearly isn't getting better after they were willing to look past it the first time. All right. So as a result of that, it's like, okay, so I'm telling you now, this is not good. This is not cool. We need to do this. And then you get more people involved to say, hey, this is not okay. You need to freaking calm your ass down. and whatnot. All right. So, as a result of that, that's where we come to this conclusion. All right. That's where we come to this conclusion that this type of behavior is unacceptable. And yes, everyone needs to hear, everyone needs to see, because say for example, if someone says, "Oh, I'm an Israelite," and they go around shooting up cops and whatever, you're not going to say, "Oh, it's fine. Oh, I want to just talk to him in private and whatnot." You're gonna openly condemn that behavior, because that is not what the Lord said to do, and that is unacceptable behavior, because you're putting everyone else's lives in danger, especially with how these damn cops are currently these cops are already eager to find an excuse to kill Jake, and now you're giving them more of a reason to do it, and more of an excuses to be justified in their actions. Okay, so as a result of that, yes, you openly say in front of everybody, "Hey, this shit is not cool. This is not okay. This is unacceptable behavior. I fully condemn this." All right, and that's why you set a precedent in certain behavior, in the behavior of saying, "No, this is not okay. This is not right. This is not fine," and his behavior is not tolerated in this space. All right, or that type of behavior is not tolerated in this space, and hence resolving the conflict and resolving any and making it clear and to the point that everyone knows, everyone understands, and there's no room for misinterpretation that you think that this type of behavior is all right. All right. Now, Deuteronomy chapter 24 verse 5. Oh yeah, this is another thing. Deuteronomy chapter 24 verse 5. When a man hath taken a new wife, he shall not go out to war, neither shall he be charged with any business, but he shall be free at home 1 year, and shall cheer up his wife which he hath taken. Basically, the thing here is there are certain times, this is one example which it's not paralleled. It's not necessarily paralleled in modern times because Esau's the devil, but basically the thing here was, if you had gotten married, if you're newlywed or whatnot, you need to, or as a man, if you were newlywed, you would what's a fucking word? It's you would need to take care of your child. So as a result of you needing to take care of your child, and as well as the fact that everyone acknowledge that you need to be there for your child, you need to be there for your wife, you need to be there for your family and whatnot, especially if it's a brand new family, then as a result of that, just like, okay, well, now as a result of that, Slakia, now you would have an excuse, because the thing is that when you go to war, or when people go to war, their morale kind of lessens if they have someone that doesn't want to die, or that isn't ready to die for the cause, or not ready to die for the war. And if someone is running away, that can hurt morale, and that can make others think, okay, so if someone is running away, then that means I need to run away too, because I don't want to die, or our formation is dependent on every single one of us. So if one of us leaves, then our chances of victory diminish. So as a result of that, I'm just gonna run away, and then you're putting your allies, your comrades, in danger as a result of it. And someone, as a result of that, certain people might be more motivated compared to others, and certain other people might say, okay, well, I have a wife and a kid, I need to go do this for that and whatnot. So then you shouldn't have gone in the first place. If you already have reservations and stuff like that, then why are you wasting your time coming here? And that's the thing. And I forgot another thing. That was I forgot where, I don't remember if it's in the scriptures or not, but a brother had told me this, where they said, if you are a coward, if you're afraid, if you're not gonna stand in battle, they said back in ancient times, they said you were better off not going to war at all if you were a coward, because they don't, as I just explained, if you run away trying to preserve your own life, then that would mess up with the entirety of the formation, and then that would put other soldiers' lives in danger, because you need to be ready, be willing to basically hold the line. All right, that's basically an important thing. So as a result of that, that's where you have this these things, and the necessity of don't be going around and doing stuff like this where you putting other people's lives in danger, or that you're willing to sacrifice others in order to preserve your own life. You cannot be doing that type of stuff. All right, so continuing on 1 Corinthians chapter 12 verse 12, for as the body is one and hath many members, and all the members of that one body, being many, are one body, so also is HaMashiach. So we are one body in HaMashiach, Yahawashi, and as a result of that, we have to work harmoniously. We have to keep on working and towards that same common goal, not giving up or being afraid or stuff like that. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I thought it was a good lesson to do. Maybe the video, my closing remarks, I guess, to say was I absolutely despise this type of mindset where people genuinely think that this type of behavior is okay, or they're justified, because a lot of what they were saying, which I did not read to you, is that people were basically saying, I understand why he's like this. He has PTSD, he has trauma, XYZ, whatever. Well, okay, that's basically why I was in my mind like, why the fuck is he even there in the first place? If he has trauma, he shouldn't even be doing this. But of course, it's just like this type of, and that's the thing, Slocky, that's the thing. It's stuff like this where these shows are always like trying to force stuff like this to be an issue, force stuff like this to be addressed, when realistically, this should not ever have been a thing, because he wouldn't have been allowed in. All right, that's basically the thing. And people do think that that's a harsh thing to say, which again, they're just stupid, because if he literally, I barely remember the damn episode, but basically he literally proved why it is a detriment to have him on your side, because if things go bad as they did, then your life is put in danger because of one fuck up, because of one selfish, unhinged, crazy, unstable person. All right, so yeah, that was just something that I thought was important to make a lesson on. I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto, and Slakia. Yes, one more thing. That's another thing where if you are not willing to go the extra mile, if you can't do certain things, then you shouldn't. And that's Slakia. That's the thing. When you are, people oftentimes rely on you. People say, hey, John, I need you to make sure that you keep holding the ladder while I'm on top of the ladder. Do not let go. And they say, oh yeah, sure, I'm gonna hold on for whatever. And then this dude goes to something else while you fall because the ladder is not stable. And then you trusted John to hold the ladder for you, and John just left and put you in danger because he had to go talk to someone, he had to go get his food, he had to go eat lunch or take a lunch break or whatever. Like this is the type of behavior that you do not want around you, because these types of people are selfish and will put your life in danger. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying for real. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi, Hashem, Rakwakwadosh, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, abode, ball, and shalom.